Morning. Top of the morning, good people. Welcome to another edition of Double the Innocence with your boy E-Dub, aka the Silent Assassin. That's right. I've changed my name up, man. I'm no longer just E-Double. I'm E-Double, aka the Silent Assassin. Kind of change up a little bit of my format of the way in which I'm going to be pushing out my content now. Especially my shorts. When I come up here and do lives, yeah, you'll hear me. But I'm only gonna speak now when I feel something needs to be said. Now I'm just gonna let my videos do the talking for me. The reason why this week I'm doing a lot of content referring to the basketball players in the 90s is because of the mere fact of the matter that we have individuals up here. Good morning, CT. Top of the morning to you. We have certain individuals up here that seem to want to be discrediting the basketball in the 90s. Talking about that there was very limited competition and stuff like that in the 90s. So, I'm dedicating this entire week to players from the 90s. A lot of players that a lot of these young guys might not even know about, like the Latrell Spreewells of the world. I'm sure if you ask any millennium baby, or I think that's what they're called, millenniums, but anybody born in the year 2000 who Latrell Sprewell is, if you ask 10 people, I'll be happy if at least 5 out of those 10 people could tell you who Latrell Sprewell is. You know, I did a little bit of dedication to Spud Webb, 5'7" guard, playing against giants and making a difference. Yeah, just to let people out there know that, yeah, there was some serious ball players back in the 90s. They may not have all been Michael Jordan, but just because their name wasn't Michael Jordan on the back of their jersey didn't mean that they didn't have some quality game. I'd like to also take this time to welcome all the new subscribers that subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much for supporting me, man. I appreciate that. Double the Innocence is starting to feel pretty good on these YouTube streets, if I may say so myself. Yes, sir, indeed. My video that the shorts that I did on Sha'Carri Richardson, they seem to be doing pretty well. So I guess there's a lot of people out there that share the same opinion that I share, saying that this girl's pretty trifling. And just like a couple of people, there's somebody that put on my comment section, I read it this morning, she's not even all that. I totally agree with that sentiment. She's really not all that. To have to be putting up with all that attitude from somebody who's... I mean, if we were to put her on a scale of 1 to 10, she might come up maybe, maybe a 5. Nah. And to have to deal with a little, she seems to be a pretty small-framed individual. But it looks like she's about what? Maybe I'd say what? Maybe 5'2"? And all of that is attitude? Hell no. I'm okay, man. I'd pass. I would definitely pass on that, especially at the age that I'm at right now, to have to deal with that type of frustration. No, thank you. I'll leave that for you young guys out there, man. You guys have the energy for that. Christian, you're the man for that job, buddy. And the good thing about it is you're in the proper field. You're a track star, so I mean, if the going gets rough, all you got to do is run. The only problem is, she could probably chase you down. You wouldn't be able to get too far if she was chasing you, unfortunately. If you was an average woman, you could use your skills and you'd be able to get away. Make a couple moves, couple deeks, and you're gone. But unfortunately, that's what happens when you get involved with somebody that does the same job as you. Indeed. Today I'm taking my long distance journey out to Oka. So, usually whenever I take those trips out to Oka, I like to do my lives because, spending some time with some people, I don't feel so lonely on the road. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, The WNBA playoffs is right around the corner, and we got to give credit to the Minnesota Lynx. I mean, hey, the last I checked, I think they've only lost 5 games this season so far. They're the only team in the league that has single-digit losses. I'm telling you, that's my squad. So, I'm going to be up here promoting them every chance I get. I really believe the New York Liberty are going to win the WNBA championship this year. You guys heard it here first. And if I'm right, anybody who heard it, I want you guys to come back up here and give me my flowers, give me my credit. Plain and simple. Yeah. Like I was up here saying, I appreciate you guys for supporting especially my Sha'Carri Richards short. I really appreciate that. And if there's been anybody up here that hasn't had the opportunity to check it out, man. Give me some feedback. Let me know what you think. I was able to put out another video of when she was getting kicked off of an airplane. This was something apparently that took place before the incident at the airport with Christian. I'm trying to show a pattern here, guys. Plain and simple. The silent assassin is up here trying to show a pattern. Plain and simple, man. Yeah, I mean, the same individual, 2 separate incidents, more or less the same results. That only tells me that she's the problem. Honestly speaking, and the thing about the thing that really irritates me the most about Sha'Carri Richardson is how quick she's able to turn into a victim. You're up there creating most of the problems, and it's bad enough you're creating those problems, but you're making it worse for other people around you. And then when people decide to show you up on that, you turn into a victim. Everybody's always attacking you. It's kind of pathetic, man. And the scary thing about it is, up until what happened to her the other day in the airport happened to her, she always believed she was in the right. She always believed she had the strength. She always believed that she could do no wrong because she had that one card in her back pocket, the black woman card. Thank goodness, man. Thank goodness that airport had cameras, because if it didn't, anybody within the shot of my voice knows that could have gone a totally different direction. And then what? What would have happened at that point in time? I could afford to give some young men some advice out there. And I'm telling you guys, any young man out there within the sound of my voice, any woman that has characteristics like a Sha'Carri Richardson, I suggest you guys hightail it out of the vicinity. You stay nowhere around something like that, because that's potential problems, my friends. I'm letting you guys know. You can see that this young lady, man, she would have absolutely zero problems putting an innocent man in prison. Plain and simple. Why? Because she's always the victim. She never does any wrong. And the thing of the matter is, she acts up for the littlest of things. She acts up at the mere fact of the matter that somebody tells her she can't do something. You need to put your phone away. That's a problem. But from here on in, my shorts, I'm really not going to be doing too much talking on them whatsoever, man. I'm going to let the videos themselves talk for themselves. If you guys are watching any of my tributes to 90s basketball, any of my shorts, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. No conversation, just watch what those guys are doing. And then you guys come back and let me know if there was actually no talent in the 90s. But I'm not going to stop with the 90s. I started with the 90s because that's the era that I grew up in. 90s basketball is what I grew up watching, understanding, and that's what made me fall in love with the sport. So for me to be out here hearing people discredit it and say that there was no talent back then, well, I take stuff like that personal. And that's the reason why I'm taking it upon myself this week to do a tribute to 90s basketball, the silent assassin. Remember, you heard it here first. I ain't got to talk. I'll let my videos do the talking for me. And with that being said, people, I want you guys to have yourself a blessed Tuesday. Stay safe out there. Share, like, and subscribe. Double Innocence, aka the Silent Assassin, is out. Have yourself a blessed day, people. Deuces.